What if I told you that in a sea of overpriced disasters and unreliable nightmares, there are actually 12 European cars worth buying? Consumer Reports just released their 2025 data, and these models dominated every category. No scandals, no massive repair bills, just cars that actually work. From city runabouts to luxury sedans, these are the only European cars smart buyers are touching. And number one, it's outselling everything for a reason nobody expected. The Octavia is Volkswagen engineering without Volkswagen prices. Consumer Reports gave it a 94 out of 100 reliability score. That beats BMW, Mercedes, and even Toyota. How? Skoda takes proven VW parts and builds them better in Czech factories where workers actually care. Sales tell the story. 194,000 Octavias sold in 2024. It's the best-selling estate in Europe despite being a budget brand. The boot holds 640 litres, the rear seats fit 3 adults comfortably, yet it costs €27,500, 10,000 less than equivalent Germans. The 1.5 TSI engine gets 5.2 litres per 100 kilometers in real-world driving. Not claimed, real. The 2.0 TDI diesel, 4.1 litres. ADAC breakdown data shows 98.3% reliability through 150,000 kilometers. The most common problem? Burnt out bulbs. That's it. Prague taxi companies run Octavia fleets exclusively. One documented 780,000 kilometers on the original clutch. When professionals who drive for money choose Octavia, you know it's bulletproof. 3-year depreciation? Just 29%. Better than most premium brands. The market knows quality when it sees it. Everyone laughed when Dacia entered Europe with their cheap cars. But who's laughing now? The Sandero starts at just €11,990. That's not a mistake. In 2025, when the average car costs €35,000, Dacia is selling brand new cars for the price of a used Golf. Here's the shocking part. Consumer Reports ranked it among the most reliable cars tested. Not for the price, not in its category. Among all cars. The secret? Dacia uses old, proven Renault parts. No fancy tech, no complex systems, just an engine, 4 wheels, and basic controls that don't break. In 2024, Dacia sold 237,000 Sanderos across Europe. That's more than many premium models that cost 3 times as much. Insurance costs just €280 per year. Servicing? €150 annually. A taxi driver in Bucharest put 400,000 kilometers on his Sandero. Original engine, original transmission, still running. The new 2025 model adds basic safety features but keeps the simplicity. No touchscreens, no driver assist that malfunction, just honest transportation. Dealers can't keep them in stock. Waiting lists stretch 3 months in some countries. Turns out people want cars that work, not cars that impress. Yes, it's boring. Yes, it looks like an appliance. But the Corolla is the most reliable car Consumer Reports has ever tested. Perfect score, 0 common problems. The hybrid system comes with a 10-year warranty because Toyota knows it won't break. European Corollas are different from global versions. Built in Turkey specifically for our roads, they have stiffer suspension and better sound deadening. The hybrid gets 4.3 litres per 100 kilometers without trying. City driving? Even better. Highway? Still under 5 litres. In 2024, Toyota sold 145,000 Corollas in Europe, not because of marketing, but because of word of mouth. Owners tell friends, friends buy Corollas. The cycle continues. ADAC data shows the lowest breakdown rate of any vehicle, just 0.3% annually. That's not a car, that's a guarantee. Berlin taxi companies switch from Mercedes to Corolla hybrids. Lower running costs, 0 breakdowns. Passengers don't care about the badge when they're getting where they need to go. 3-year depreciation? 26%. Some used models cost more than new because of waiting lists. When used cars appreciate, you've built something special. Mazda doesn't have VW's budget or Toyota's scale, but they build better cars than both. The CX5 proves it. Consumer Reports ranks Mazda 3rd for reliability globally. The CX5 specifically scores 97% problem-free ownership through 5 years. While everyone uses tiny turbos that blow up, Mazda sticks with naturally aspirated engines, no turbo lag, no carbon buildup, no expensive repairs. The 2.0 Sky Active makes 165 horsepower and still gets 6.4 liters per 100 kilometers. Simple engineering done perfectly. 89,000 Europeans bought CX5s in 2024. Not huge numbers, but every buyer is evangelical about it. Check the forums. Thousands of posts about accessories, almost none about problems. The biggest complaint? Some wind noise above 140 kilometers per hour. If that's your worst issue, you've won. Insurance companies love them. Premiums run 22% less than German equivalents. Parts are reasonable. Any mechanic can work on them. 3-year depreciation, 31%. The market recognizes quality. Mazda proves you don't need complexity to build excellence, just commitment to doing simple things perfectly. The Golf is Europe's default car for good reason. 244,000 sold in 2024 despite premium pricing. 8 generations of debugging created near perfection. Consumer Reports gives it 96% reliability. TÜV inspection data shows 98.7% pass rates through 5 years. The 1.5 TSI engine is a masterpiece, 150 horsepower, 5.4 liters per 100 kilometers real world. The 2.0 TDI? 4.2 liters while pulling like a train. Both achieve 99% fault-free operation through warranty. VW finally learned. Perfect what works before chasing novelty. Every mechanic knows Golfs. Parts are everywhere. Insurance is cheap because actuaries know they don't crash or break. Depreciation seems steep at 39% over 3 years until you realize competitors lose 45 to 50%. The market trusts Golf longevity. From €20,000 basic models to €50,000 Golf Rs, the platform scales perfectly. Students buy used ones, families choose estates, executives order GTIs. Each finds their perfect Golf. No wonder it's been Europe's bestseller for decades. Sometimes obvious excellence wins. Nobody expected this. After years of French electrical nightmares, Peugeot built something reliable. Consumer Reports called the 3008 surprisingly dependable. From Peugeot? That's like winning the lottery. The secret? The EMP2 platform, shared with proven Citroën and Opel models. Massive development budgets, extensive debugging, but Peugeot added their magic. Stunning design that ages well and driving dynamics that embarrass Germans, all while being reliable. 167,000 sold in 2024, up 23%. Buyers are returning to French brands, but only when they work. TÜV data shows better inspection pass rates than BMW X1 or Audi Q3. The 1.5 Blue HDI diesel achieves 98.9% reliability through 100,000 kilometers. From Peugeot. Let that sink in. Starting at €34,190. It undercuts Germans by €5,000 to €8,000 while offering more equipment. Insurance matches mainstream brands. Depreciation of 38% over 3 years beats most rivals. Peugeot build they can build world-class vehicles. They just need to do it consistently. The baby Mercedes finally grew up. Early A-Class models were disasters, but the current generation hits 94.7% fault-free rates according to TÜV. That beats many mainstream brands. Mercedes learned, prioritize reliability over gadgets. The transformation is remarkable. Where old models broke constantly, the new one just works. The A200 petrol gets 5.9 liters per 100 kilometers, matching claims. The A200D diesel? 4.2 liters. Service intervals stretched to 25,000 kilometers, halving dealer visits. 141,000 sold in 2024 because the market noticed. Depreciation dropped to 32% over 3 years, matching Volkswagen Golf. You get genuine Mercedes quality without Mercedes problems, the sweet spot of premium ownership. They resisted overcomplicating it. M-Bucks is standard but not overwhelming. Build quality matches E-Class. Everything works. No stupid gesture controls, no fragile electronics. Just a proper Mercedes that happens to be small. Finally. The A3 is a Golf in a suit, and that's perfect. Same proven mechanicals, better materials, meticulous assembly. 156,000 sold in 2024 because buyers aren't stupid. They know platform sharing means reliability. Consumer Reports gives it class-leading scores. ADAC breakdown rates match Toyota, unheard of for premium brands. The 1.5 TFSI achieved 99.1% reliability through 150,000 kilometers. Even the hot S3 maintains 97% reliability. German engineering finally living up to its reputation. Any VW specialist can service them. Parts interchange extensively. Insurance barely exceeds Golf levels. Depreciation of 35% over 3 years beats most competitors. You pay €4,000 more than Golf but recover it through residuals. One Audi dealer mentioned they stock fewer A3 parts than any model because demand doesn't exist. When parts departments complain about reliability, you've built something exceptional. Boring? Maybe. Brilliant? Absolutely. BMW spent 40 years perfecting the 3 Series, and it shows. The current generation achieves what seemed impossible: sport sedan performance with Japanese reliability. Consumer Reports rank it among the best premium cars ever tested. TÜV data stuns: 95.8% pass rates, beating Mercedes C-Class. ADAC breakdowns are 40% below segment average. The 320d achieves 4.8 liters per 100 kilometers without trying. The 320i? Bulletproof reliability with enough power for real driving. 258,000 sold in 2024 because BMW finally built a 3 Series that doesn't punish owners. Service intervals hit 30,000 kilometers. Insurance stays reasonable. Depreciation of 33% over 3 years beats most rivals. The market trusts this generation. They resisted overcomplication. Base models use proven engines and conventional suspensions. Complex options remain expensive options most avoid. Result? A BMW that delivers driving pleasure without ownership pain. Only took 4 decades. Volvo's Chinese ownership scared purists but improved everything. The XC40 proves it. Built with Geely investment but Swedish standards, it achieves 96.9% fault-free ownership, beating every German rival. Consumer Reports love it. Owners love it more. 128,000 sold in 2024 because word spread. This is the premium SUV that doesn't break. The mild hybrid system adds efficiency without complexity. Real-world economy hits 6.2 liters per 100 kilometers. Safety leadership continues, but simply. Instead of fragile sensors everywhere, Volvo perfected fundamental crash protection. Same Euro NCAP scores as tech-heavy Germans, but with systems that actually work reliably. Volvo's subscription model includes everything: insurance, maintenance, winter tires, one payment, no surprises. Traditional buyers find insurance reasonable, servicing competitive. 3-year depreciation of 31% beats BMW X1 and Audi Q3. Swedish sense wins. The Superb embarrasses luxury brands by offering S-Class space at Golf prices. 625-litre boot, limousine rear legroom, build quality that shames Germans, yet it starts at €35,400. This isn't value, it's humiliation for premium brands. Consumer Reports rates are equal to Lexus. TÜV pass rates exceed every German luxury sedan. ADAC breakdown frequency is 60% lower than BMW 5 Series. The 2.0 TDI routinely hits 500,000 kilometers in taxi service. Czech quality beats German mythology. The estate version deserves monuments. 660 liters expanding to 1,950. Band capacity in sedan form. Antique dealers swear by them. Anyone needing space without commercial stigma chooses Superb. It's become Europe's thinking person's luxury car. 3-year depreciation of 34% beats every competitor. Used buyers actively hunt Superbs, knowing they're getting S-Class space and reliability for Golf money. Sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's right. Nobody expected this. The T-Roc shouldn't top any list. It's a Golf on stilts, a cynical cash grab, a parts bin special. And yet, it's the best-selling compact SUV in Europe for good reason. It's the perfect car for modern life. 242,000 sold in 2024, more than Golf in many markets. Consumer Reports ranks it second in class for reliability. JD Power agrees. ADAC shows 96.8% reliability through 5 years. But that's not why it's number one. It's number one because VW accidentally built exactly what people need: Golf reliability in SUV form. Same engines, same quality, just easier to get into. Parents with child seats love it. Older buyers appreciate the height. Young buyers love the style. The 1.5 TSI gets 5.7 liters per 100 kilometers, better than many sedans. Insurance matches Golf exactly. Servicing costs identical, but depreciation is slower. 36% versus Golf's 39%. The market values practicality that much. Here's the lesson. Sometimes giving people what they actually want beats innovation. The T-Roc succeeds by being a Golf where it matters and an SUV where it counts. No complexity, no pretense, just the right car at the right time. These 12 cars share DNA. They prioritize function over fashion. They use proven technology over cutting-edge experiments. They're built by companies that understand reliability beats rhetoric. From Dacia's honest simplicity to VW's perfected evolution, each succeeds by respecting buyers. They don't break, they don't bankrupt, they just work. In a market full of overpriced disasters, that's revolutionary. Buy any of these 12 and you're buying peace of mind. Your wallet stays full, your stress stays low, your car just works. Because that's what cars are supposed to do. Everything else is just expensive noise. Which would you choose? Are you driving one of Europe's smartest purchases? Let us know below. And if this guide helps you avoid a €40,000 mistake, hit subscribe for more honest car content.